Around the world, about 2/3 of us need glasses to correct our vision. In the developed world, that's not a problem. I need glasses, I go to the optician, I get glasses, life continues. But in the developing world, 100 million children sitting in classrooms today can't see the blackboard. And that is a problem. But there's a guy, Josh Silver, a physicist and inventor, who's come up with an absolutely ingenious solution to the problem. But let's hear from Josh himself.
If you look at the whole world and you ask how many people need glasses and don't have them today, it's between 2 and 3 billion. It's almost half the world. It's quite incredible. I'm an atomic physicist, but I'm the sort of atomic physicist that can fix my own car and things like that. I made a lens which had a rather interesting property that one could change the focusing power of the lens easily. I pump fluid into the lens. What happens is these plastic surfaces bow out. So I have a lens and the surface curvature of the lens is under my control. The more fluid I put in, the more curved the surfaces get and the stronger the lens gets. Alternatively, I pull the fluid out, the surfaces of the lens curve in and I get a negative lens. I made this thing, I just held it to my eye and changed the power. I noticed that with this lens, I could accurately correct my myopia. Being a research scientist, 2 questions came to mind. Question number 1, how many people are there in the world who need vision correction? Question number 2, could they perhaps use the procedure that I just used on myself to deal with their need for eyeglasses?
So that means they don't need to go to an optician and have an eye test and have those glasses specifically manufactured for them. They put these universal glasses on and adjust them themselves.
Yes, really you don't go to an optician just to make glasses. You go to an optician for them to look at your eye health. But what about those people that live in a country where they'll never see an optician?
In the UK, there's 1 optometrist for every 10,000 people. In sub-Saharan Africa, there is 1 for every million people.
They'll wait 200 years on the average before they'll see the optician. So you can ask, well, could you make eyewear so that people could see clearly without the need for an eye test? And the answer is yes, you can.
So what do you use to achieve this? Josh's invention has been through many iterations, but these are AdSpecs, the eyewear that Josh and his team have now developed.
There's a fluid inside the lens and you can pump fluid in and out and that changes the curvature.
So the more liquid you put in, the more powerful the lens?
Yes.
Can I try them on?
There we are.
Okay, so I'm mildly short-sighted.
Yeah,
it's not too bad.
And cover up one eye.
Yeah.
And then keep both eyes open and then adjust the lens with
with this little
yes,
twiddling
yes,
knob.
yes, twiddle until you've got clearest vision.
Yeah.
And then do the same with the other eye.
Oh, there we go. Brilliant. Hey, that works.
You then press in these little buttons and then you pull off these tubes and then you end up with glasses which look like that, which are set to your vision.
Amazing.
A child who couldn't read what was on the blackboard in class, if they were given a pair of these and shown how to adjust them by a teacher, and we know that that works because we've done that in a clinical trial, that child's life would be transformed because then they'd be able to learn. The whole idea for this is as an educational intervention.
I think what's extraordinary about this whole project is that it started with one man, Josh, and his dogged insistence that he wants to get glasses to people who need them. And that, I think, is what makes it completely unique. And he has stuck at it, through thick and thin, he has stuck at it. And he has made enormous progress.
This map here, you probably can't see clearly all the locations around the world where these are now worn, but there are about something over 50,000 pairs of this original device being worn in over 20 countries.
So how much does that cost?
If you only make thousands of them, they cost around $10. If you make hundreds of thousands to millions, then the cost falls to really just a few dollars.
So what's the target?
100 million. There really are two requirements for glasses. They have to work optically and they have to be fashionable, because people don't like to wear things that aren't fashionable. That was the design brief to the designer who came up with these, which is an example of our new range.
May I?
Yes, of course.
How do I look?
No, they look really rather wonderful.
They feel pretty comfy.
They do suit you.
And these will have exactly the same adjustable lenses?
They will have adjustable lenses, yes.
This is genius, Josh. Amazing.
We know that this technical approach works very well, and we are also confident that we can make very fashionable frames. And now our target is to make 100 million. In the developing world, you can't emphasize enough how important education is, because it lifts people out of poverty and it opens up their lives. And this is a means of helping children do that. It's doable for a few dollars, so why not do it?